Google just released their latest AI video generator, Veo 3.1. So in this video, I'm going to test the hell out of it. I'm going to show you all the cool things it can do, plus its limitations, and I'm going to compare it with the other leading video models out there. And of course, I'm going to show you how and where to use this, even for free. Let's jump right in. Thanks to HubSpot for sponsoring this video. So here is Google's official announcement page regarding Veo 3.1. Notice that this is just 3.1 and not Veo 4, so before you get too excited, don't expect this to be like a huge improvement. This is just slightly better than Veo 3, but here they claim that it brings richer audio, more narrative control, and enhanced realism. Plus, it also has stronger prompt adherence and improved quality. One of the most powerful features of Google's Veo is this ingredients to video feature where you can upload multiple reference images which you can insert into your video. I'll show you that in a second. Now here's a really important thing to note. Some AI influencers out there have claimed that Veo 3.1 could generate videos that are 30 seconds or even a minute long. This is not true. So unfortunately, Veo 3.1's generations are still limited to 8 seconds. However, they do have this extend feature, which basically allows you to take an existing 8-second video and basically take the last frame of that video to use as the first frame of your next video. So it's like stitching multiple 8-second clips together. This is not ideal, and Veo 3.1 does not have longer video generation natively built in. Anyways, enough specs, let's jump in and try this out. So there are various platforms you can use Veo 3. I'll go over some options near the end of the video, but first let's start with some impressive things that Veo 3 can do. Right here I'm using Google's native video generation platform called Flow. Notice that they've actually released 2 different models. They have a Veo 3.1 Fast, which generates video slightly faster. It's still quite slow, so you need to wait like 3 to 5 minutes to generate a video. Or you can also use Veo 3.1 Quality, which is slower but slightly better quality. And then you can also choose from these different aspect ratios. Alright, so let's start with some things that it's good at. Veo 3.1 is pretty good at understanding your prompt and generating multiple shots. So for example, I can write my prompt like this, where shot 1 is a wide roadside where 2 cars face off, engines roaring, and then shot 2 would be a close-up on their tires with burnout smoke, and then shot 3 would be a tracking shot of both vehicles lurching forward. So let's click run and see what that gives us. Alright, here's what we get, and as you can see, it does kind of follow the prompt very well. Notice that it's also able to follow the camera perspective and movements pretty well. The sound is also very good. Now, Veo 3.1 is also pretty good at maintaining character consistency. So over here, what we can do is try out this ingredients to video function, where we can basically upload different reference characters or objects to insert in a video. So for example, I'm gonna upload this Destiny Gundam plus this image of a desert, and then for the prompt, I can write zoom into this character running in this desert scene. Cinematic, fast camera movement. Let's press run. So it's not perfect, but as you can see, it's able to actually generate this Destiny Gundam pretty well. And the background looks very consistent as well. Now, I especially chose this Destiny Gundam because its design is super complicated, and so I did not expect it to get the details completely correct. Overall, this is not bad. Or here's another powerful example. Note that for Google's Flow, when I upload photos to use as ingredients, it forces me to crop the video as either landscape or portrait like this. So if I have like a square image like this, then this is not ideal. So another place for me to use Veo 3.1 is Higgsfield. Here it allows me to upload these 3 images without forcing me to crop the edges. So I'm gonna upload these 3 products, and then let's get it to generate a TikTok style influencer video. She is holding up and talking about these 3 products one by one. Low quality amateur video taken on a phone. And here's what we get.
Hey guys, check out these amazing pink headphones. Next up is this super cute off-white handbag, and finally these awesome purple and blue sneakers.
How cool is that? So it actually was able to get this influencer to hold up and explain all 3 of my reference images. So now with Veo 3, anyone can easily create, influencer videos about their products. Or here's another example testing its character consistency. I'm gonna upload these 2 photos of anime characters with pretty complicated outfits and designs, and let's get them to dance in sync on stage. It's gonna be fast movements and upbeat. So as you can see, for the most part, the character consistency is very good. Their appearance and outfits do match my reference photos throughout this generation. However, there are some minor distortions and warping near the edges at times. Alright, so those are some of the most powerful things that you can do with Veo 3.1. Next, let me test it out on a series of really tricky prompts and also compare this with the other leading models. So you can see the difference. For my first prompt, we're gonna get a woman to laugh really hard and then she looks shocked, then she bursts out crying, then she looks really excited. Let's see if it can handle all these expression changes in just 8 seconds. And for the most part, this looks really realistic. It actually shows her laughing and then shocked and then crying and then excited, all within 8 seconds. Reminds me of my ex, by the way. Anyways, for your reference, here's the same prompt with Sora 2. Honestly, both videos are pretty good. Let me know in the comments which one you prefer. Next up, here are some fun prompts that test its world understanding. Does it understand these different characters or different actions? I know Sora 2 does really well in these prompts, but let's see if Veo 3.1 can achieve the same thing. So first, let's try a close-up of Pikachu doing ASMR. Alright, that was not what I expected. And I guess this is a much more realistic version of Pikachu. I mean, there's nothing horribly wrong with this, I guess, but here is Sora 2's generation.
Pika, Pika, Pikachu. Pikachu. Pikachu.
So at least for me, I would prefer the generation from Sora 2, but let me know in the comments what you think. Alright, here's another prompt which I know Sora 2 does very well at. Let's see if Veo 3.1 can do the same thing. So the prompt is simply Lord of the Rings, but Gen Z style.
Okay guys, so we just crossed into the Shire. The vibes are immaculate. We're heading west. Wish us luck. Subscribe for more content.
Okay, so it's not really the characters from Lord of the Rings. It's definitely not as good as Sora 2, which looks like this.
Bro, this ring's giving me major weird vibes. I can feel it trying to ghost my brain.
Then maybe let me hold it for a bit, yeah? You don't have to solo this mission.
Nah, it's my burden. Gotta see it through. No cap.
Low-key proud of you, little hobbit dude.
Or let's get Goku to fight Mewtwo in a crowded stadium. Let's see if Veo actually knows what Goku and Mewtwo look and sound like. So Goku looks okay, there's still a lot of noise and warping going on, and then Mewtwo looks completely wrong, so this is not really good, especially compared to Sora 2, which looks like this.
You cannot hope to match my power.
We'll see about that.
Or here's another fun example testing its world understanding of various anime characters. So it's going to be a Chinese New Year performance with Naruto, Gojo, Nezuko, and One Punch Man. Now, it decided to generate a realistic video for some reason, and while it could get Naruto and kind of Gojo, it completely failed to generate Nezuko and One Punch Man. Plus, there's just a lot of really weird errors in this generation. There's like 2 Narutos at the end. This was not good. And then for your reference, here's the same prompt with Sora 2.
May it be full of strength and good ramen.
Here's a fun one. Let's try a Japanese commercial of a food delivery service where your food is delivered by old ugly women in maid costume.
お待たせいたしましたね。ご注文の日ですね。
As you can see here, it's not really a commercial, whereas here's the generation from Sora 2, which is actually really good.
料理ができたらすぐお届け。
オバメイド発進。お待たせ。ラーメン一丁。はい。オバメイド、オバメイド。
ご飯届けるおばメイド、顔はおばさん。
Or let's try this. A comedian tells a joke on stage, but it wasn't funny and there was awkward silence from the crowd.
So I told her, that's not my hummus, that's my emotional support chickpea. Tough crowd tonight, folks.
So let me also briefly cover how to create longer videos using this extend feature. This is the only way to create longer videos using Veo 3.1, which only outputs 8-second videos by default. So, at least in Google Flow, you would simply hover over your generated video and then up here click on add to scene, and then afterwards it would basically load your video up in this scene builder function where you can choose to add a new video after this video. So let me click on the plus sign here and then click on extend, and you can prompt it further over here. Now here's the thing, this extend feature basically takes the last frame of your existing video as the first frame of this new video, and then it uses Veo 3 to again generate an 8-second video from that. So it's not like a seamless long video. Veo 3.1 does not have the ability to generate like 60-second videos natively, so keep that in mind. Alright, so that sums up my tests on Google's Veo 3 against other video models. As you can see, Veo 3 is just slightly better than the previous version in terms of physical accuracy and prompt understanding. I guess the most powerful feature is that it handles character consistency very well, so you can upload any object or character as references and insert them into your videos. But for everything else like anatomy or physically tricky movements like breakdancing or gymnastics, it completely fails. Same with like generating text or diagrams, it also fails at doing that. Plus its world understanding and generating existing characters I would say is not as good as Sora 2. But then again, keep in mind this is just Veo 3.1, it's not Veo 4, so don't expect like a massive upgrade. Next up, let's go over where you can use this. So for most of my tests, I just used it in Google Flow. The nice thing is you get 100 free credits which refresh every month in Google Flow. This allows you to generate 5 videos using 3.1 fast or 1 video using 3.1 quality. In addition to Google Flow, there are also various other platforms where you can use Veo 3. One of the most popular ones is called Higgsfield, and this also includes all the features like image to video as well as ingredients where you can upload reference objects or characters. And the nice thing about using these other platforms like Higgsfield is not only can you use Veo 3, but you can use all these other video models in the same platform. Another platform is called ChatLLM by Abacus AI. This is where you can use pretty much all the AI models out there, including large language models, as well as the best image models out there. And then if you click on video generation, you can see that they now offer Veo 3.1. And in addition, you can also try out Veo 3 using this Hugging Face Space, as well as on Fowl.ai, or Wavespeed, or Replicate. And I'm sure there are other platforms as well where you can use this. I'll link to all of these in the description below. And that sums up my review on Veo 3.1. This is just a slight incremental upgrade from version 3, and I mean, it is good at generating video with audio, but for everything else, I would actually prefer the other video models, which are cheaper, faster, and better. So that's just my honest review of Veo 3.1. As always, I will be on the lookout for the top AI news and tools to share with you. So if you enjoyed this video, remember to like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content.